Welcome, everyone. Today, in Talking Business with Ritz, we're exploring a topic that's crucial for personal growth and harmonious relationships and a well balanced life. So, get ready to learn the art of setting and respecting boundaries. This is Loredo Rectra. This is Ritzel Loredo Rectra, your host for today. All right. So before we continue, let's remember what this show is about. Talking Business with Ritz is about showcasing the person behind the title before the offer. So we explore topics and strategies that empower coaches, course creators, experts, and service providers to enhance their business and personal growth. So where we delve this is a platform, okay, where we delved into the world of humanizing entrepreneurships. So if you are watching with us now live, kindly comment hashtag live, or if you are catching us on replay, do comment hashtag replay so we know you were here. Okay, and if you have questions, please type it in the comment and we will answer them one by one. All right, now let's move on. All right, folks, welcome to the Know the Expert segment where we get up close and personal with our guest. We'll be asking a few fun and insightful questions to dive deeper into their world. All right, now today's remarkable guest, we have a very remarkable guest with us today in Talking Business with Ritz. Let me just add her on stage. Okay, while I talk about her, we are hosting Coach Nida Batool Syed, a seasoned mental health therapist with a holistic approach and a wealth of experience. She'll be sharing invaluable insights on the art of setting and respecting boundaries. Welcome back, Coach Nida.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I'm looking forward to today's episode.
All right. All right, Coach Nida, it's your time to shine. Let me start with the first question. Okay, let me just change the angle. All right, now, who is Coach Nida as a person and as a coach?
Very empathetic, um, caring, humble, workaholic, and very ambitious. Yeah.
All right, so in your own word, could you tell us what you do and who do you serve?
Sure. So I am a mental health therapist and a camp transformational coaching specialist. So I have studied psychology, have done my degrees in psychology, but I'm someone who believes in helping people with different modalities. So on top of my degrees, I have done multiple courses such as EMDR, NLP, clinical hypnotherapy, etc., to help people becoming their truest self. So I help people on a regular basis who have been through a traumatic experience and feel stuck in their lives. I help people becoming their authentic versions.
All right, thank you, Coach Nida. So now let's dive deeper. So, in your opinion, what is a coach?
Someone that shows an individual light, someone that shows you solutions, someone who can guide you, someone that you can trust, look up to, respect, follow the steps. And I think that's what a coach is. If I look from my perspective, from my experience, for me, every mentor that I've had so far, I've had so many mentors, but each
Mhm.
one of them were unique. Each one of them I looked up to. They empowered me. They were guidelines. They were the light in my life. And because of them, I can now shed light to others.
All right. Now, what inspired you to become a mental health therapist? When did it begin?
Okay, that's a very, very good question. So, as a child, I come from a South Asian culture, and with us, we are always told, be careful what people would think of you, be careful what people would say. Families are so afraid of judgments of other. So when I was growing up as a girl, I was always like, but I don't even know what they're thinking. How do I know what they will think of me when I don't even know what they're thinking? So, growing up in a very traditional family, at some point I was like, I need to understand human beings. I need to understand how this brain works. And this was at a very, very young age of 10 years.
Yeah.
And at some point, I started understanding what psychology was. And one of my mentors, she was like, maybe you should become a psychologist, because I wanted to understand human beings, because I didn't want to be judged. And that had again consequences on my parents and on my family background. And I had this fear of being wrong. And you're already under a pressure when you're a girl born in a very traditional family in Middle East and South Asian culture. So for me, I to make sure that I'm not making any mistakes, I had to
Mm-hmm.
understand human beings. But at some point, it led me to understanding psychology. And then the deeper I got into psychology, the more I was like, wow, this is just a way of reading people, understanding people, but at the same time, also understanding why someone is behaving in a certain way. For example, if someone is very toxic towards you, it's not actually towards you, it's a representation of who that person is. So the more I dive deeper into psychology, the more I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. And then that being said, I have now my own practice and see clients on a regular basis, regularly, globally. Yeah,
All right. So that's how it began. Okay.
yeah.
Now, for some fun random questions. Are you ready?
Yes, bring it
All
on.
right. Okay. What is your favorite word and why?
Favorite word. Oh, that's a good
Yep.
one. I have to think about it. Um, Woo woo.
Woo woo.
Yes.
That
I,
even a
there's
word?
no, no, no. Let me just this. When I first time heard this word, I couldn't stop laughing. But people used to believe that clinical hypnosis is a
Mhm.
woo-woo thing, working with energy, Reiki. And when I heard the word woo, I couldn't stop laughing. But it's a word that's often used by people when they do not believe in certain modalities, or they believe that it's magic, or there's something wrong behind it.
Mhm.
So that's, yeah, that I would say that's one of my favorite words because it always makes me laugh.
Okay. Gotcha. Now, what's your favorite way to unwind after a long day?
um that's a good one. Meditation.
Meditation. Okay.
Yes, and I do guided meditation, because that helps. Because if I'm just going to listen to music, or if I'm just
Mhm.
going to chant something, it's not going to work. My mind is very active, so it starts running all these different programs. But with
Mhm.
guided meditation, I can give the command to my brain to just listen to the voice of this woman or this man, and that then just helps me with relaxing. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Sometimes it's like that. When I tried meditation, oh my God, 1 minute, I'm gone. I'm doing something else already.
Yeah, yeah. Therefore, you need to find someone that his or her voice needs to feel comfortable for you to listen to. First thing.
Yeah.
Second thing, it should be something that you can connect with. For example, body scan is a good one. If you listen to
Mm-hmm.
body scan in that meditation, they take you to different body parts. So you
Mm-hmm.
focus on your toes, then your feet, then your legs. So in a way, you're actively listening, and that works very well for people that cannot just listen to guided meditation.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's like stress is my driver.
I have
All
been
right.
I have been there as well, to be honest. As a workaholic, yes, I've been there. I felt, it just gives you that kick that you need things to get done,
Yes.
but it drains you as well.
Actually, yes.
Yeah.
Both yes. All right. Now, if you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be and why?
Historical figure.
Yeah.
Don't know. Maybe I can't think of anyone, to be honest.
Your
Hmm.
grandma. Your great 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 grandma.
Oh, I didn't. Of course, I was thinking about well-known being human beings, celebrities and stuff like that. But yes, yes, definitely my ancestors. Yes, yeah,
All right. Why?
because I feel the person that I am today is because of them.
Mm-hmm.
I've always felt this strong connection with them.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, as you said, my grandma was my role model. She was my protector. She was my shield. She is the one that I look up to. But if I say
Mm-hmm.
all my ancestors, I've always felt that, you know, at the end of the day, you carry the genes of your family. So I believe the person that I am today and that I'm able to help so many people around the globe is simply because of my ancestors. Yeah.
All right. Now, if you could time travel, which era would you visit?
Oh my gosh.
Interesting question.
um, I would definitely go way back, maybe 1920,
Why?
because I feel back then people were still able to connect with each other, even though there was no social media. There was love, there was sincerity, there was care, there was true connections. You just knew whom you can rely on. And there was this strange belief in humanity, which doesn't exist anymore. Yeah.
Quite true. And we are not so many that time. So everybody knows each other.
Yeah, yeah,
All
definitely.
right. Now, if you live in a building, you don't even know
You
your
don't know
neighbor
your neighbors.
door.
No, no, not at all. And I moved to the UK in 2019. And prior to
Mm,
that, I used to live in Amsterdam. And
mm.
in Amsterdam, we used to greet each other like, you see your neighbor, you talk, you ask how someone is doing. But when I moved to the UK, people just don't talk. You just walk each other past, you just go past by, you don't talk. It doesn't happen. Yeah.
Everybody's so busy minding their own business.
Yeah, but also that social connectivity isn't there anymore. You don't really connect with each other. And even if you do, for example, people are now always talking through WhatsApp and doing live calls, FaceTiming, etc. But there is no really deep connection in which you
Mm,
can share with each other the pain you're carrying. You can't be vulnerable anymore. People are
yeah,
just saying, "Oh, I'm fine. How was your?" Just the basic things. Yeah,
yeah, quite true. So, in our younger years, right?
yeah,
We've read a lot of books, sample Disney books. So,
yep.
if you were a character in one of these books, who would you be and why?
I think I would be Rapunzel.
Why?
Um, because she, when I looked at her, looked at the animation, what I noticed is that she wasn't really understanding the power she was carrying within herself.
Mm,
And she is just, she isolates herself completely. And for me, I could see myself in her because always at the back of my head, at the back of my mind, I was like, I'm a girl, so I have to suppress my voice. It's a culture thing.
yeah,
And I never knew what type of person I was. I never knew the power that I had been carrying for years within myself up until I met mentors, coaches that were like, you're just dimming your light. You have to, why are you giving all these people the right to even speak or say anything about you? And even if they do, why is it hurting you? It doesn't define who you are. Speak
true.
up, raise your voice. And I've started doing that after the age of 25. Prior to that, I was a quiet girl who just kept things to herself, suppressing emotions, suppressing her voice, suppressing her emotion, studying, diving deep into psychology, helping others, but not being able to speak up for myself. Yeah.
Well, you're lucky you started earlier than me. I started that when I was 40.
At least we got there. And you have, at least we got there. And I have to say, I have to thank all my mentors, coaches. I truly believe that I have been blessed with the right people,
Mm,
not coming from, see, my parents were always there to protect me, they were always there to support me, but sometimes that support from parents isn't enough.
true.
You need that external support as well, and I was blessed with the mentors that I had. And also because I was studying psychology, when you see your teachers, they
Mm,
know mind as well, so they can read you as well in a way. So for me, it was at a young age simply because I was diving deeper into a subject and I was surrounded with people who were all
mm,
about psychology, who were all about the human mind. So they could understand and sometimes even read me without me being saying anything.
right. Okay. Very interesting. All right, now let's jump into the next question. So, what's a skill you've always wanted to learn but haven't had the chance to do it or to learn it?
Having patience.
Okay.
Seriously, as a workaholic, I can be very harsh on myself,
Mm-hmm.
and I have to learn to be patient. Just it's okay to not be able to work 40 hours a week, or not being able to do that extra thing that I was going to do on my day-to-day tasks. But sometimes I really take it too harsh. It just hurts when I'm not sticking to a certain schedule just because I'm not feeling well, or just because I'm overwhelmed with other things that needs to be done. So yes, patience with myself. Yeah.
All right. Be kind to yourself.
Yes. Aha.
Also, reminder to myself.
This is something that we definitely need to master. Let's hope the next time we talk, we have mastered this skill.
Okay. All right. Okay. Now, if you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would it be?
Um, oof. I've written letters to my younger self.
Mhm.
So if I have to say one specific thing, I would say enjoy your life. Yeah.
All right. And that ends our fun question. Um, there you have it, folks. We had a chance to get to know Coach Nida a little bit better. And I must say, it's been quite the delightful journey. It's always fascinating to discover the person behind the expertise. Thank you, Coach Nida, for being such a good sport. And now let's dive deeper into our main topic. So, Coach Nida, I'd love to hear your insights on setting and respecting boundaries.
Mhm.
But first, let's take a few seconds to transition to the next segment. All right, welcome back to the Learn from the Expert segment. Before we jump into the gold mine of insights that our expert guests will be sharing in this segment, don't forget to watch or don't forget to catch the Know the Expert section from earlier. All right, it's a fantastic opportunity to get to know her on a more personal level. Okay, now let's continue. For those who are just tuning in, this is Ritzel Loredo Rectra, your host for today. I am a content creator and a process automation specialist, the brain behind Mighty Cho Virtual Solutions. Join our free Facebook group called Talking Business with Ritz live expert interview, and subscribe and follow me in YouTube at Ritzel Rectra. That's the channel. Okay. All right. Now joining us today is Coach Nida Batool Syed. Okay. Just oops. Let me just change. There you go. Renowned mental health therapist. She is also the CEO of Luminous Transformational Coaching. Now she will share insights on three key areas about boundaries, and these are practical tips that can make a real impact on your peace of mind. All right, now let's talk business. Here we go. All right, Bam Bam. Let's kick things off with a crucial aspect of establishing boundaries. First off, your space, your rules is all about honoring your needs and nurturing self respect. So here's our first topic. All right. Your space, your rules, a path to self respect and balanced life. Okay, now, Coach Nida, for some, defining personal boundaries can be misinterpreted as being selfish.
Mhm.
What is your take on this?
Okay. First of all, we need to understand that setting boundaries is like giving a guide, giving a map to someone so that they know how to treat you. It's not selfish, it's giving a guideline so that people know what's okay with you, what's not okay with you. See, the funny thing is, we always assume that people know how to treat us.
Mm-hmm.
But how would someone know how to treat you when they don't even know who you truly are?
True.
So, setting boundaries is key. It's going to feel selfish if you have never done it before. But once you start doing it and it becomes a part of your life, you notice that it's not selfish, it's self respect. And you have to respect yourself. You have to set these boundaries so that people know how to treat you, but also so that you know how you want to be treated. Yeah.
All right. Now, what are some practical steps individuals can take to define and communicate their personal boundaries effectively?
Okay. Speak up. Number one thing. I've always said this. If you like something, if you don't like something, speak
Mhm.
up. It's okay to have a different opinion. It's okay to disagree with something, but you have to speak up. See, the more you speak up, the more you give clarity about what type of person you are. That's one
Mhm.
thing. Second thing, say no to the things that you don't want to be a part of. If you don't want to go out with friends to watch a movie, just say it. Don't come up with things, oh, my child is feeling sick, or there is something wrong with my pad, or I'm working till late. No, just say, I don't feel like going today. Be honest about your feeling. Just talk about it, share it. And most importantly, what I always say is understand yourself. You need to have a clear idea of who you are. It starts with you. If you do not know what you want, you can't set boundaries. It's impossible. If you're a people pleaser, it's going to be hard because you have no idea of who you are and you're
Mhm.
always focused on making sure that everybody else is happy with you. Now, let me tell you something today, very honest. It's impossible to make everybody happy. It's impossible to make sure that everybody is satisfied with what you do. It's not going to happen. No matter how many years, time, energy you sacrifice, no matter how much you suppress your emotions, your voice, there will be always someone who's going to criticize you, be unhappy with you, is going to say negative things about you. It's a part of life. When there are good things, there are bad things. When there is darkness, there is light. So, this is something you need to understand.
Mm.
Stop pleasing others. You have to understand yourself. And if you're still afraid to speak up, write down what you feel about specific things. Writing down about it is going to give you an idea what specific things have made you feel and why. Yeah,
Mm. All right. Now it's like what was I was trying to say earlier. So it's like the only person that you need to satisfy is yourself actually.
exactly. Because only then the people around you will understand you. If you're always busy with, for example, pleasing others, there
Mm.
will be always a different person of you. So the people around you will be confused people.
Mm.
And definitely they're not going to respect your boundaries. They're not going to understand your boundaries. They're not even going to take you serious
Correct.
because it all starts with you.
All right. Now, how can respecting our own space and needs lead to increased self-respect and confidence? And how does this translate to success in business?
The more you know yourself, the more
Mm.
you will know what you're okay with, what you're not okay with, the more you will be able to implement strategies in your business that are going to attract clients and people that will
Mm.
be on the same level like you. Simple.
Okay. Now, that is very interesting. Um, now, building strong relationships requires a delicate balance of love and boundaries. So, picture your boundaries as the say invisible fence that defines your comfort zone and your emotional limits. So we are now transitioning to the second topic. In the second topic, which is love with limits, it's navigating healthy boundaries and relationships. All right, so in this topic, Coach Nida will be sharing with us, ladies and gentlemen, how can we build a strong relationship without compromising our boundaries? So, Coach Nida, first off, what is a healthy boundary?
Healthy boundary, a great example of healthy boundary is again saying what you're okay with and saying what you're not okay with. And especially in a relationship, if you don't want to go out for dinner and you can say that to your partner without thinking of I'm going to hurt him or without thinking of he will feel offended or this is going to damage our relationship, it's
Mm.
a healthy boundary because you're respecting yourself, but at the same time you're also able to share it with your partner. And also, your partner will know that you will speak up and say things that you're okay with and not okay with.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But does it apply to other members of the family?
everybody, everybody. Yeah, boundaries in relationships are required everywhere, no matter what type of relationship it is. It could be friendship, siblings. It's something that with siblings it can be challenging as well because you grow
Mm.
up in the same space and siblings, like for example, I'm the eldest one. My younger siblings, they think that whenever they want to share something with me, they can come and they can start talking and I have to listen. So
Yeah.
I had to teach them, no, I'm busy. Let's talk later. And first couple of times they were offended because they were like, she doesn't have time for us anymore. But the
Mm.
third and the fourth time, they were like, it makes sense. She's doing something else. So when she will listen to me, she will have 100% of her time for me. Ah, okay, let's do it like that. You know what I mean? You have to teach other people as well. Yeah,
All right. I believe it's more difficult if it's your parents who's doing that to you.
of course. Of course.
Do you have
But
any tips on how to navigate that?
yeah, I always say as long as you're respectful and your tone is normal, they will listen. Don't scream. Don't say things like, not now, mom. Or don't say things like, dad, can't you see I'm busy?
Yeah.
Uh-uh. Don't do that. Be respectful. What I always do, because I work from home, so there are moments that my mom just walks into my room and she starts talking to me. And what I always do is I listen to her and then I say, Mom, I have a meeting in 5 minutes. Can we talk about this later? And she's fine with it because she understands I'm working. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's really how you set the boundaries and how you communicate the boundaries. And don't say things like, you always do this, or you always do that, or you don't respect my boundary. Don't yell. Just be respectful, gentle, and just say it. And you will notice the third, fourth time, there will be a difference in their behavior as well.
All right. So what other challenges does people face when trying to establish and maintain healthy boundaries in their relationships, aside from what we've talked about, and how can they overcome that?
Okay, so when you have from the beginning no boundaries, you will notice that in a relationship, what type of relationship it is, doesn't matter. You will notice that people will assume you will do things, people will assume your decisions, people will assume everything for you. So you might not agree with something, but people are just going to decide for you.
Yeah.
And this is the most challenging part. And this is where conflicts actually start because you will start feeling they don't understand me. They don't listen to me. Nobody hears me out. Nobody wants me to be here. And now you're saying all of this, but you have never really told them who you are. You have never said what you're okay with, what you're not okay with, because you never had these boundaries. And
Makes sense.
that's why it's important to start setting small boundaries. Speak up. The more you speak up, the more you say, share ideas, especially with friends. Friends are there to share ideas. Why are we so afraid of being judged by our friends? You know what I mean? With friends, it should be more fun. It should be
Yeah.
more about sharing opinions, talking about, if you don't feel like talking about personal things, start talking about politics. Start talking about what's happening in a country. Give it a try. Ask each other's opinions. This will help you with talking. This will help you with opening up. And that's what you need.
All right. We're talking about us setting the boundaries, right?
Yeah.
Now, how can we recognize if the other person is
Yeah.
actually, you know, um, exercising or showing
Yeah.
boundaries as well towards us, and not the way that we
Mhm.
expect it to be? So, how can we then respect their
Yeah.
boundaries? Yeah, in a more
Yeah.
to build a more meaningful connection.
Yeah. So, first thing, what I always do, because I do have a friend and she is, I wouldn't say she's a people pleaser, but she finds it hard to say no. So, I
Yeah.
always ask her, I'm thinking to go to the supermarket. Um, do you want to join? Or do you have other things to do? I don't say things like, do you want to join? Yes or no? Because I know she will say yes, even though she doesn't want to. But I ask her at the same time, do you have other things to do? What are you doing today? Are you busy today? So in that way, I support her by giving me the answer that she truly wants to give. Also,
Mhm.
another thing is what people, to see if they're practicing boundaries, is ask their opinion. If they say things like, oh, whatever you like, or, oh, I'm okay with anything, they're not practicing boundaries. They're not showing their true selves. Um,
True.
or if they say things like, yeah, I think it should be like that. I guess there is no other way. They're sticking to what's being put on them, and they're sticking to what you assume or what people assume from them. So again, there's no practicing boundary. And another most strongest one, the one that I always get from my clients is, I feel nobody listens to me. I feel nobody understands me. Most of the times, the problem is not that nobody understands. The problem is how you communicate. Do you even communicate? Yeah.
Makes sense. All right. Now, I'm going to ask this. So, in a business setting, right,
Yeah.
how can having clear boundaries lead to better collaboration and productivity among team members?
Number one, it's going to help you from getting a burnout. Second thing, good boundaries is going to it manifest into good communication.
Mm.
Good communication will lead to trust. And when you trust, there is good communication, there is boundaries, there is momentum. You will be on the same page. And now, not one person, but as a group, you will be working productively. You will see amazing results. Yeah.
All right. Okay, now that's pure gold and a lot of mic drops there. So far we've explored two topics and is now transitioning to the third, right? Here's our third topic, thriving in harmony. It's a great segue from your answer. Okay. Now, setting effective boundaries at work for success. So this not only applies to corporate settings, but also applies to business in the context of you providing the service to your client, right? Now, um, setting effective boundaries at work is about establishing clear guidance, as what Coach Nida had already mentioned, for how you want to be treated, now the task you're responsible for, and how you allocate your time and energy. So, Coach Nida, could you explain why are boundaries important in the workplace? How does it contribute to success and personal well-being?
Oh gosh, this one was challenging for me. Um, why you need, if you're not going to set boundaries in workplace, in your business, people will use you. People will use your energy, your time, your effort. People will take everything from you. I had to learn this, and if we look back at from the corporate perspective first, what I used to do is, when I used to be done with my tasks, I always used to ask, my colleagues, if they felt overwhelmed, or if they were, having a challenging day. I used to say, oh, let me do your work, or let me do this and this for you. So I used to complete my tasks and do their work as well. And
Mm.
at some point, what happened is they thought, okay, so Nida is okay with doing extra work. So now we can give her extra work. Now I started getting this extra work, and at the same time, Nida was not able to say no. So I was saying yes. So I was working extra hours, doing extra work, but getting same pay as them. So from the corporate perspective, offering help once a while is okay, but
Yeah.
you have to be able to say no. Now, if we look at from the perspective of an entrepreneur and you're running your own business,
Hmm.
you have to stick to what you said you will be doing. For example, I offer my client 30-minute free virtual consultation, and that's for new clients who would like to get to know me. I can get an idea about them. But
Yeah.
I do make sure I stick to 30 minutes. Why? Because when I didn't used to do that, The 30 minutes used to turn into an hour, used to turn into 1 hour and 30 minutes. Why? Nobody listens to these people. And now they have found someone that they is able to listen to them, give them advice, and it's for free. So I used to exhaust myself, give advice on advice. And at some point, this customer didn't need to book a session because I was giving everything for free. I was already giving these advices. And what's also important is to understand, you have to understand you can give free value, but don't give everything. And if you don't have clear boundaries, you will be not only giving free value, but you will be actually also giving for free your worth, if that makes sense. Your main offer, you will be giving that for free. And at the end of the day, when you're not going to have clients, or you will be not achieving your goals, you will
Mm.
feel disheartened, demotivated, and you feel that your business is not working. But it's not your business. Your business is working. You don't have the right boundaries. Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I came from that as well. When yeah, that is the normal one. 30 minutes free consultation. I do
Yeah.
consult as well. So when they call, right? I feel like it's very rude when they are still talking and 29 minutes is coming,
Yeah.
30
Yeah.
minutes is
Yeah.
coming. It's like,
Yeah.
cut you off.
You know what I do? This is what I do, okay? And this always works. I say, okay, I have a 30-minute call in the beginning. I say, okay, hi Karen, how are you? She will be like, yeah, fine. I would, and then I say, okay, well, thank you for booking this call. Just so you know, I have 30 minutes for you, and after you, I have my next client. So then you just remember them, because sometimes they just go completely into the flow and they start sharing all their problems, and now they're unboxing all these problems, and you can't stop them. And you're a caring person, but you're also a business owner, so you will start with that inner struggle. So I always say that from the beginning, and I would everybody suggest to do that from the beginning. Just give it as a reminder that you only have 30
Ah,
minutes.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. When that happens, I stop doing that. I'm getting tired, at the end, like 30 minutes
Yeah.
become 1 hour and then becomes 1.5 hour when you do a follow-ups, like you're
Yeah.
on a Z zone already because they've
Ye-
already got what they want.
Yeah, but also, Ritz, we have to keep in mind that 30 minutes are not only for our clients to get to know us, but
Mm,
we
true,
need those 30 minutes to build rapport as well. And
true,
if
true.
we are going to start worrying that they're talking too long, now we can't make a proper report anymore, because we are having this inner battle, you know.
True.
So we
It's not
can't
about them
focus.
anymore. And then it
Yeah.
becomes about you. Oh, 30 minutes is coming. Shut up already.
We can't do that. That's why I always
True,
give the reminder in the beginning, you know.
true,
So
true.
yeah, it
Oh,
always
don't do that
works.
to my clients, of course. We're talking. We're talking here. Okay. All right. Now, where am I? So, what advice do you have for individuals who might, yeah, feel guilty? You've already said, or
Yeah.
apprehensive about setting boundaries at work, aside from reminding them, advising the client,
Yeah.
uh, about the 30 minutes. You only have 30 minutes. This call is
Mhm.
only 30 minutes and all that. Now, what else can we do if they're already there and chit chatting all the way?
Yeah.
So, how
Yeah.
can we put like a break somewhere and all that?
I would say one of my mentors, what he does always is, would you mind if we book another call? That's what
Ooh,
he says. Would you mind if we catch up another time? That's what he does, because he is a shark. He's all about, he's really a businessman. He sticks to timings and protocols, and that's what he does. Immediately when he sees it has just 1 minute, it's over, he would
mm-hmm.
literally say that, would you mind if we catch up another time, or if we book another call? That's what he does. And then in between booking that, he emails a follow up. If you would like to continue, this is what I'm going to charge, and this is for how long the call will be. Done. But he did say that, what he said to me is, you're a mental health therapist, a psychologist, psychotherapist, whoever you are, you care about human beings, you
Mm,
offer services for them. But at the
mm.
same time, keep in your mind, you're a businesswoman, and you need to balance being this person with this person. Otherwise, both of them will crash. That's what he said. And he said, I'm going to be very honest with you. Yes, you're working with people who are dealing with trauma, but at the end of the day, you need to make income as well. You need to run your business as well. And never forget, always keep it in your mind. You're a business owner, you're an entrepreneur, you're running your business, and you're running this for them back again. So why feeling guilty and sticking to the rules, whereas everything you're doing is for them? It's a win-win. Yeah.
All right, understand. What an engaging and informative episode this is. Now, thank you for sharing those invaluable insight, Coach Nida. So it's clear that understanding and implementing such boundaries can truly transform our personal and our professional lives as well. So, everyone, we've covered a lot today about the three important topics, and here are some of my takeaways. All right, now for the first one, your space. Your space, a path to self respect and balanced life. Setting boundaries is like creating a safe zone for yourself where your needs and feelings matter. They come first. All right, now for topic number two, um, love with limits, navigating healthy boundaries in relationships. So, healthy relationships for me thrive when both parties respect each other's boundaries. All right, now on the third topic, thriving in harmony, setting effective boundaries at work for success. So, establish clear boundaries at work helps maintain a healthy work life balance and boost productivity. All right. Now, do you have anything to add, Coach Nida?
Definitely. See, setting boundaries can be it can be scary, it can be challenging, and especially in the beginning, you will feel very selfish. And you know what? It's absolutely fine to feel that way. It's worth it. You have to set these boundaries. If it's something that you have tried for a period of time, but you're still struggling with it, it could
Mhm.
be because of lack of confidence or even lack of self esteem. And if you think it's one of those two, like lack confidence or lack of self esteem, I would then suggest you to seek out professional help, because professionals are to help you with boundaries as well. Yes.
All right. Now, as we move towards our final segment, work with the expert, I'm excited to hear about the practical strategies and offers you have in store for our audience. So, let's dive in. Let me just
Yes.
flash the third segment. Here we go. All right, welcome to the Work with the Expert segment. Our guest expert has generously given us some amazing insights on setting boundaries for a more balanced, respectful, and successful life. So these were topics that were shared. First one, your space, your rules, a path to self respect and balanced life. All right. Second topic that was shared is love with limits, navigating healthy boundaries in relationships. The third one is thriving in harmony, setting effective boundaries at work for success. All right. Now, watch to learn from the expert segment to know more about these topics. Okay. Now, It's time to put this knowledge into action, ladies and gentlemen. Coach Nida Batool Syed is an experienced mental health therapist and a CEO of Luminous Transformational Coaching. Now, she's offering special resources and services that can make a real difference in taking your life and relationships to a whole new level. So, all right, now, Coach Nida, could you tell us um, more about what offer you have for us today?
Yeah, so I have a special offer which is called the Me, Myself, and I program. It's a 12 weeks program. You can read more about it on my website. It is for women only at this moment. In these 12 weeks, I will help you release with anything that's holding you back, whether it's trauma, whether it's fear, whether it's anxiety, whatever it is. I'm going to help you with releasing it completely and transforming into something much more positive. This 12 weeks program, you will get weekly sessions with me. On top of that,
Did we lost her? Are you still there? Okay.
I am here. Can you still can you hear
Yeah,
me?
yeah. You suddenly froze. Okay, let's go. 12-week program, I, me, and
Yes.
myself. All right.
Yes, so this 12-week program is only for women. In this 12-week programs, I will help you release any pain, any trauma that you're withholding in yourself that's withholding you back from becoming your truest self. Now, we are going to transform all this baggage that you're carrying into something positive. I'm going to help you in becoming your authentic self, releasing past hurts. Also, the best thing about this 12 weeks program is you will have weekly sessions with me. In
Having some connection problem, perhaps network problem. All right, the 12-week program, I, me, and myself of Coach Nida is for women only as of the moment. And you can read more about it in her website, www.luminoustransformationalcoaching.com. You can also, oh, you're back. All right. And you can also reach her at her Facebook profile, aarzoo, that's yet, that's 7. DM her for more question. Okie dokie. All right, if you're back, say hello, Coach Nita. All right. All right, we're having some technical difficulties right now. All right, losing her. All right, are you still there? Maybe we can let me try and do something on my end. All right, we're having some network issues. Can you join again? is for all right, let's try and see whether what happens. Okay, you can hear me and see me. All right, but you are frozen. Um, if I refresh this, we might lose the live. All right, never mind. Let's go on with the show, perhaps. Okay, now before we wrap up, um, I'm gonna mention her offer again. All right, she's gonna come in. Okay, Lee, she can. All right, so I'm gonna mention her offer again. Her offer is a 12-week program called I, Me, and Myself. All right. More information is found in her website at www.luminostransformationalcoaching.com. So all one word plus.com. And you can then reach her at uh, her Facebook, okay? AARZOO dot SYED dot 7. Okay. You can DM her and mention to her that you are interested in this 12-week program. All right. Is she coming in? All right. Can you come in again? Uh, okay, let's see if she can come in again. Okay, she's back. Okay, you're back.
Yes, I am back. I have no idea what's happening to it. It's just not, I could hear you, I could see you, but you couldn't hear me anymore.
Yeah, I can't hear you, and then yeah, it's frozen. You are frozen, totally frozen.
Yeah, no idea what happened.
Okay, doesn't matter. That's technology for us. All right, now let's continue. We can edit it out later on, but today we are live.
Yes.
Everything goes. All right, the show must go on. Okay, now where were we? Okay, here we go. Now, before we wrap up, Coach Nida, do you have any personal advice or words of wisdom you'd like to share with our audience?
Definitely. Setting boundaries requires practice. Practice, practice, practice. The more you will practice it, the more you will feel that you're able to set boundaries, you're able to build more confidence. You will start loving yourself. And also, do not hesitate if you notice that people are leaving,
Yeah,
because up until now the people that you have in your life are people who are there used to who you are right now. So if you haven't set any boundaries up until now, people assume that you're a specific person. Once you start setting boundaries, some friends, some family members will leave you, and you know what, it's okay. So start setting boundaries. And if you have still struggle or if you still have any questions related to boundaries, feel free to reach out to me, because this is something I help people on daily basis with, because I have struggled with setting boundaries. I know exactly how it feels to start with. So do not hesitate to reach out to me if you have any questions.
All right. Thank you, Coach Nida, for sharing such insightful perspective. Now, let's circle back to those fantastic offers you've prepared for our audience. Kindly invite them once again.
Yes. So, first of all, I have recently launched a program, 12 weeks program, which is Me, Myself, and I. It's for the women only. In this 12 weeks program, I will help you release any trauma that you're carrying within yourself, trauma that you're aware of, but also trauma that you're not aware of. Anything that's holding you back. If you have lack of self-esteem, I will help you with building your self esteem back. I will help you with becoming the authentic, confident person that you actually are. I'm going to help you in this 12 weeks program, reprogramming your subconscious mind. So your belief system will change completely. Now, on top of that, this 12 weeks program is all about one on one sessions with me. It also, in this program, I also offer you 24/7 help. So if in any case in between sessions you feel panic attacks are coming, you feel anxious, or something happened that you do not know how to cope with, you can reach out to me anytime. Again, this is specially added to this program to make this program more accessible, and also so that you can profit from it completely. Also, in between sessions, I will be sending out toolkits to you. I will be sending hypnosis recording that will help you reprogram even when you're asleep. So make sure you reach out to me if you have any program, any questions related to the program. Also, you can read about it, everything on the website. And on the website, I always talk about the 5 steps, because throughout the program, I will be taking you through 5 phases. And the last phase is my favorite one, and that's where you will be experiencing rebirth. You will definitely feel like a complete new person. Yeah,
Wow. That's a win, right? The 24 by
definitely.
7 is already a win.
Definitely.
Yeah. So this is a very, very insightful episode. As always, Coach Nida, I want to express my heartfelt thanks to you for zoning in into a very important topic about setting and respecting boundaries. I always love your topic.
Yes, and thank you very much for having me. I truly, truly hope that the audience will definitely benefit from this episode. And I'm really looking forward to answer any questions if you have. Yeah,
All right. Now, I hope we can have you again this coming month.
sure.
All right. All right, Pam Bam. Thank you. Thank you very much for joining us today. I hope you found our conversation with Coach Nida as enlightening and empowering as I did. Remember, the power to transform your life starts with setting healthy boundaries. Okay, now join us again for our next episode where we'll discuss another insightful topic. If you're not in the Facebook group yet, come and join us and get the chance to network with like minded individuals and have your offers posted every Friday on the wall. All right, so until then, keep reaching for that dream, keep believing, and keep thriving. This is Ritzo Loredo Rectra and our coach Nida Batool Syed, our live expert guest today. Stay safe, everybody, and healthy, and keep talking business with Ritz. All right. let's do our outro.